years we were on First Avenue, there was so much expended on upkeep of a great big building. And also, not just the money spent on it, but the unuse of so much of it. There would be long corridors of empty rooms all during the week and echoey spaces that's not very good use of a block's worth of property. And since we moved to Springhouse, the scales have just changed entirely.
We went from dying to living, not just living, growing. We were exhausted getting here, but when we got here, we came to life. Being where we're at in the community, and the building is practically a community center. We have so many people use the building in and out. There's life there coming in from the outside.
The amount of mission and outreach that this congregation does, it's amazing, because we are able to touch so many different lives around the Twin Cities. We look at the issue of homelessness. We're dealing with, we're able to help with both adult and youth homelessness, LGBTQ community, Groveland Food Shelf. When we do Mission at Our Doorstep in the summer, we partner with all these different organizations. We're able to really make a difference.
Stewardship for me is really part of community. You can't do stewardship on your own. It needs to be part of something broader. It needs to be something that is not just within the walls of the church. It needs to reach out. And so having that opportunity to do it not just as our individual congregation, but to do it as part of 3 congregations that all have their own footprint in different parts of the community in different ways, and that interact with the community in different ways. Stewardship to me, like I say, it's something that you do in community with community. It's not about the church going out and saying, we're going to help you. It's about first talking to that community and saying, where do you need us? Where do you want us to be?
I've had the pleasure of working with First Christian Church, Minneapolis, for the past 18 years. One of the longtime leaders and patriarchs of the church, Don Kane, encouraged the congregation to understand the long-term nature of endowment funds. If they're invested and just use the income for the ministry of the church, is a way to really grow over time. Since this church started its Springhouse ministry and this shared ministry with 2 other congregations, they really have witnessed stewardship as a spiritual discipline. So it's not just about wealth, wisdom, and work, but it's also about how they take care of the earth, how they take care of relationships.
I think in the DNA of this church is good stewardship. I'm not sure if it started at Portland Avenue or if it happened when they made that move to build the building at 2201. They were good stewards of their money when they built that building. And they continued to be good stewards in doing outreach and caring for their neighbors in the community. We've given money to different food shelves. We've given money for organizations that were looking to start maybe a new program. We have an application on the website for the Wholeness Fund where people can apply. In the long run, we're going to give away more than $1 million because of the guidance of Church Foundation, and more importantly, because of the wisdom of the members of this congregation, realizing that, yes, we could have given $1 million away right off the bat, but instead we're able to continue to give life, and in giving that life, we have life. And it's a reminder to us that we are alive and we are thriving and that we can make an impact in our community.